The observation deck of Research Station Kepler 442 offered a panoramic view of the rust-colored planet below, but Anna Chen wasn't admiring the scenery. She was watching her two children tear through the storage container she'd specifically told them not to open. "Louis, give it back," 7-year-old Maya shrieked, lunging for the translucent sheet in her brother's hands. "I found it first." 9-year-old Louis held the material above his head, and that's when it happened. Pop. Pop, pop, pop. The sound echoed through the pressurized corridors with crystalline clarity. Anna's blood ran cold. Those sounds were unmistakable to anyone who'd lived through the Titan Rebellion. Kinetic weapons. Inside the station, before she could process further, crimson emergency lights bathed the deck. The station's AI, Guardian, announced in its calm, synthesized voice, "Security Protocol Alpha 9 initiated. Hostile projectile weapons detected. All personnel proceed to designated safe rooms." "This is not a drill, Mom." Maya's voice was small, frightened. Anna's mind raced. They were 300 million kilometers from Earth, on a station housing 200 researchers and their families, along with representatives from 4 alien species. If someone had smuggled weapons aboard, pop, 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 the sounds continued. Louis was still holding the sheet, his small fingers pressing into its surface, creating the rhythmic popping sounds that had triggered the station's acoustic sensors. "Stop." Anna grabbed Louis's hands. "Don't move. Don't make any sounds." But it was too late. Through the observation deck's entrance, she heard the distinctive hum of combat, drones powering up. The station's defensive systems were designed by paranoid military contractors who'd learned hard lessons during humanity's expansion into the outer system. Those drones would neutralize any threat with extreme prejudice. "Guardian," Anna said, forcing calm into her voice. "False alarm. It's bubble wrap. Earth packaging material. Stand down." Unable to comply. Weapons discharge confirmed by multiple sensors. Lockdown protocols cannot be overridden until security sweep complete. Anna heard heavy footsteps. The station's security chief, a crottery named Vex Thor, whose species had evolved on a high-gravity world and possessed natural armor plating. If Vex Thor found her children holding what he thought was a weapon, she had seconds to act. "Kids, behind me. Now." The observation deck's door hissed open. Vex Thor filled the frame, his 4 eyes scanning the room, plasma rifle raised. Behind him, 2 human security officers had their weapons drawn. "Dr. Chun," Vex Thor's translator rendered his clicking language into flat English. "Step away from the hostiles." "They're not hostiles. They're my children. The young ones." Vex Thor's head tilted, confusion evident even across species. "They possess weapons." "No. Look." Anna slowly reached down and took the bubble wrap from Louis's trembling hands. She held it up, then deliberately pressed her thumb against one of the air-filled bubbles. Pop, every weapon in the room swung toward her. "It's called bubble wrap," she explained quickly. "Earth packaging material. Plastic sheets with air pockets. Used to protect fragile items during shipping. Completely harmless." One of the human security officers lowered his weapon slightly, recognition dawning. "Oh my God, I haven't seen bubble wrap since." "Wait, how did that get on station?" "My mother sent a care package," Anna said. "She's 83 and doesn't trust modern shipping foam. She wrapped everything in the old-fashioned stuff." Vex Thor approached cautiously, his rifle still raised. "Demonstrate again." Anna popped another bubble. The crottery flinched, his armor plates rattling. Then he leaned closer, studying the material with scientific curiosity. "This is a weapon. It's packaging, but it creates the sound of kinetic projectiles. It's a complete coincidence. The air pockets burst when compressed, creating a similar acoustic signature. Your species weaponizes even your packaging materials." "We don't." Anna stopped. There was no point explaining. Humanity's reputation in the galactic community was already cemented. The species that had somehow survived their own self-destructive tendencies long enough to reach the stars, bringing their chaos with them. By now, other station personnel had arrived. Dr. Yael Okonkwo, the station commander, pushed through the crowd. "Someone want to explain why we're in full lockdown because of bubble wrap?" Anna held up the sheet. "My kids found my mother's care package." Yael closed her eyes and pinched the bridge of her nose. Of course it's humans." She tapped her comm. "Guardian, stand down. False alarm. Update acoustic database." Earth bubble wrap, non-threatening. Updating threat database. Guardian responded. Query. Should all human packaging materials be classified as potential security risks? That's actually not a bad question. One of the security officers muttered that as the lockdown lifted and personnel returned to their duties, Anna noticed representatives from the other species, the insectoid Jun, the crystalline lumens, the aquatic Delphi, all gathering at a respectful distance, staring at the bubble wrap like it might explode at any moment. Vexthor remained, his warrior's instinct still on alert. Dr. Chun, I must confiscate this material. It's bubble wrap. It is a substance that mimics weapons fire and triggers station-wide emergencies. It is now evidence. He carefully took the sheet, holding it at arm's length. Lewis tugged on Anna's sleeve. Mom, are we in trouble? She looked at her son, then at the security chief treating bubble wrap like a tactical threat, then at the growing crowd of aliens who would undoubtedly file reports about humanity's inexplicable packaging choices. No, sweetheart. We're human. This is just Tuesday for us. As Vexthor left with his dangerous evidence, Anna heard him muttering into his comm. Command, requesting full inventory of all human cargo. If they package harmless items to sound like gunfire, what else have they brought aboard? Anna smiled despite herself. The galaxy would never quite understand humanity. But maybe that was humanity's greatest defense, being so consistently, bewilderingly human that even their bubble wrap became legendary. Maya looked up at her. Can we pop the rest later? Absolutely not. Ah,